Boom, whap, snap. He was like a superhero on that run.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Byron Young, the one there defensively.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Up the gut, McCaffrey. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Zach Vaughn there on the tackle. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 7. McCaffrey running up the middle and across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he is going to have a Niners first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And how about that on third down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 33. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Another carry here for the fullback Juszczyk. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Play action. Here's Hurts. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but admire the effort.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste. There he goes, left side. George Kittle. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. McCaffrey trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the 49ers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll be searching to dent the scoreboard for the first time. Now down 8-0 as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities. And this is where play action can be so effective. Your running game's been the driving force on this possession, so as a defense, you start shifting your focus towards stopping the run. If an offensive coordinator sees that, he can take advantage, and they get good yardage there.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than
right?
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the 2nd quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Christian McCaffrey. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate.
There he goes, left side. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance. And this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary. And that's a job well done there.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Up the middle with Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Purdy now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. They go play action with Hurts. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Barkley inside handoff. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. A handoff to Barkley. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Oh, no, he lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 121 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. 2nd and 6 coming up. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Here's first down. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now first and goal. First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On second down, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. This is third and goal. Purdy to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Milton Williams in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Purdy with one final shot here. And it's caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half, that has to stick.